Yeah, so we were just talking about what a typical day teaching in China was like.
Sure. So, I can give you an overview of what my schedule was like just to really ground the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
During Monday through Wednesday, I would go into my school at about 1 p.m. and from about 1 to 4:30 was my admin and planning time. And generally I use that for things like doing progress reports for students, putting together any materials I was going to need for my classes, and then also doing supplemental lesson planning. The reason why I call it supplemental lesson planning is because EF already has a fully developed curriculum, fully developed lesson plans for every single class you could possibly teach. But with that being said, at some point you're going to be going through the lesson plan and you're going to say to yourself, oh, okay, yep, this activity looks great. This one looks okay. Oh, this is a singing activity. My students hate to sing. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put in either an activity that might use the song for that singing activity as a supplemental material, or you might just take it out altogether. Because the nice thing about EF is that, again, while there is that support, having these fully developed lesson plans, it's not necessarily to say you have to stick to these exactly. There were some teachers who are just amazingly creative. I was constantly impressed by the things they were able to come up with so quickly. And they would just look at what the objective was of that class. So for example, if it was colors, they'd say, okay, great, I'm teaching colors. And then they completely create their own lesson plan. And that was fine because as long as the students are learning whatever the objective vocabulary is or grammar, so on and so forth, that's all that matters. It doesn't necessarily need to be EF's way or your way. It can be a combined way if you'd like.
Great. So you've got sort of a structure there, but you've also got the flexibility as well. So depending on your students, you can be more flexible with what they actually like and how they prefer to learn.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I would use, that admin and planning time. And then starting at just a little after 4:30, I would have 3 1-hour classes in a row. And specifically those classes during the week, Monday through Wednesday, were for ages 3 to 6. So for me, that was a really, really fun time because I found that I personally really connected with that group the most. And then Thursdays and Fridays were my days off. And those were my days off every week. So that's the nice thing is once your days off are established, it's always the same days off every week. It's not like it changes from week to week. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, the schedule changes just a little bit. So with the students being off from school, that gives them a lot more opportunity to take more classes. And I think a really important thing to know about Chinese culture is that they really do value education. And so any opportunity a student has to be in some sort of class, whether it's math, English, science, Chinese, so on and so forth, they're going to be in that class. So on Saturdays and Sundays, my day would start at 9 a.m. And then my day would end at 6:15 p.m. And during the course of those hours, I would have 3 classes, but each class would be 2 hours long. 9 to 6 can sound kind of like a long day, but in the middle of the day from about 11:15 to 1 p.m., I would have a very long break. So I could use that for anything I wanted. I could take a really long lunch if I wanted to. I could run errands. I could go outside. If you live close to the school, you can go home if you'd like. So you're not restricted in what you do during that time. It's your time, your break.
Okay, great. No, that sounds fantastic. Yeah, so not sort of the norm Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but
Right.
you do have a set weekend on 2 days, and it's the same 2 days throughout the year, or for however long your contract is as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then on Monday through Wednesday, when I wouldn't go into school until 1 p.m., that left me essentially the whole morning to do whatever I wanted to do. I personally really like arts and crafts things, so I took that opportunity to go to the gym, to do pottery classes, to do painting classes. All those different things that I normally wouldn't be able to do because during the workday, you're at work normally. Whereas here, I could take all those classes I don't normally have the opportunity to do.
That sounds fantastic. So a really good sort of work-life balance, and you've got a good quality of both.
Yes, and that is really, really important to me. So that's something that definitely drew me to EF.